morning everyone, I am Ishika Chabra and today I am going to discuss the topic digital detox. So digital detox is a period of during which a person was addicted to the gadgets which are internet connected such as smartphones, computer. There are many advantages and disadvantages of using this type of gadgets. It depends on the people how they use it. Thank you.
She already told about that what is digital detox. So I wanna say that there are many advantages of digital detox. We already know that nowadays if you are using online gadgets, so you can see that there are many advantages are there. You can also study by this, but if you are using out of your mind and out of many hours, more than 6 hours, so it is very harmful for your eyes. Even a research found that if you are using more than 6 hours, your brain automatically increase the dopamine. So it's happened.
The very interesting thing and that captures the attention of a user. Therefore, in today's world, it is very difficult to separate ourselves from these gadgets, because first thing they're so interesting, and second thing we want to use them, and third thing is means our life that is relying upon the gadgets, from making payments to calling others, communicating, that reduces your effort and that reduces your time as well. So we want to enjoy the mobile phone or those technical appliances. Therefore, it is a bit of a difficult task for us to overcome from this.
Digital detox only help you the far of the gadgets. Sometimes other people they have need help yours, but your phone is switch off and your Instagram in you are not available.
Being plugged in is a normal way of living. As you are the most of the people, your smartphone alarms wakes up in the morning and you are getting ready with TV news. All day you are scrolling on social media, scrolling on Instagram and Facebook and watching Netflix, and your notification always disturbing you. So this type of things, these gadgets are always disturbing you. You cannot focus on the things properly. So that time you need digital detox. The definition of digital detox means for a short period of time you keep yourself distance from the gadgets like TV, tablets, mobile phones, laptops and computers. So it is a great way to be focused on the things. Like if you are working for 6 days in a week, so for the Sundays only you keep yourself distance from the gadgets like laptop and computer, so that you can live in a real life what's happening around us. If you are always active on the social media but you cannot realize what is going on the real life, so for some time, not for the all time, because as we know that this is a digital life nowadays, everything is depend on the networking and technical, so we cannot separate ourselves totally from the gadgets, but for the sometimes we can separate us to focus on the things and to live life.
Application have their own notification. If you are always keep your notification on, you are always disturbed, because we know that nowadays students always think about focusing on studies, but because of overuse of their application, just like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, there are many applications are there, and these are very attractive, and this is very difficult to keep away from these kind of applications.
There are various pros and cons of using mobile phone. People very well know that the using of a huge amount of mobile phone is not good for them, but after knowing it they are using it because their life depends on the mobile phone. And the youth, they are not concentrating their studies, because if we going to concentrate our studies, so there is required a lot of courage to concentrate, but by using phone there is no requirement. We automatically concentrate in the using of phone. So I think completely leave the phone, it is not possible for everyone, but if we take some baby steps to leave it, so I think it should be in our habit.
And today's generation, the mobile phone, laptop, computer, television. It's all the made our lifeline, not an our need, and it is not possible to totally ignore this type cases. And firstly, we should control yourself, because if you because you don't control yourself, so your mind going to uh, what the process in my smartphone. And firstly, I think if you do study and other work, so you can airplane mode for sometimes your phone.
There's also a company named Digital Detox which promotes to decrease the use of gadgets for some time, and that promotes to do when at that time when you use gadgets, instead of using gadgets, you do some physical activities like yoga, dancing, exercising, so that your time will utilize in a different way, and you can use the time in a good manner. Because when you use the gadgets like laptop, computer and many others, you harm your health. You harm your health in many ways, because you cannot realize that how many hours you waste on social media just by scrolling them, and just by watching Netflix and other movies and other serials. So if you use your time in a right way, so you can find the benefits of many benefits. But if you waste your time on these gadgets, this is very harmful for you.
As she said that the doing yoga while using the mobile phone, but nowadays people don't understand the meaning of doing yoga. They find boring to do yoga. They do such interesting thing, and we know that mobile phone, these type of gadgets are very interesting to do. So people are not that much concentrate on doing yoga and meditation and some other physical activities.
But in metro cities like Mumbai, Ahmedabad, there are many association which where those people who are business icons and they are very rich, they go in these ashrams and they live here very simple life without phones and without any gadgets. They spend their life, they do their work their own by their own. They make food, they do yoga, they do gardening work. So for some time they feel very relaxed and stress. But these type of things decrease your stress and your mental health will increases. So if in these cities these kind of things are happening, so for small purpose we can do such type of things at our homes. And so I think not for whole week, but on Sundays we should leave our gadgets and we should spend our time with our family.
The dopamine hormone, it is a feel-good factor that makes you feel relaxed and that makes you feel very good when you use the gadget while watching any web series or while playing games. So this feel-good factor is called the dopamine factor. It is extremely very challenging task for the generation today to overcome from this all, because like it is just a trap when anybody who once traps in this. It is almost next to impossible for the person without having a strong willpower to overcome this. So it is really a challenge. We know all the good things to happen, but we fail to do this. We know using mobile phone, it is harming them, it is harming their time, many things which we lose it, but still we cannot stop ourselves operating the mobile phone. They are attached with the gadgets. They are staying themselves apart from the human factor in the life. They have mobile phone and especially the smartphone. So human and people, they have lost their control on themselves. They cannot resist themselves operating their gadgets. We know that all the good things to happen, we should exercise, we should talk to the people, we should study more, we should do all the good things. But why we fail to do this? Dopamine factor, which is really a cause due to this technical instruments like mobile phone.
So firstly, we already know that you can do each and everything at by one task. We have to manage our time. Just like if you are using your phone for 1 hour in a day, you can short your limit. Just like you can use for 45 minutes. So it's also decrease day by day, because if you start with a zero, so you can achieve your goal. But if you are thinking about that I will stop this today, you can't do it, because we know that your work is too much. If you are a student, and nowadays because of COVID-19 a lot of things become online, and you have to take a need of your mobile, you have to search a lot of things. So that's why you think about that why should I quit this kind of thing. But you can also decrease the limit, just like 45 minutes, 35 minutes. You can did each and everything at one step.
Making the timetable, do you believe we can save ourselves from wasting our time and operating the mobile phones? When we make timetable, what activity to be done first and what to be discarded? Do you think scheduling and planning we can overcome from this issue?
No, sir.
Why do you think this we cannot overcome?
Because time is not to do this. According to me, our time is a very important, and time is also come on the time. Just you know how to disappointed the time. You doing anything and not a schedule. You do not.
Many time we make the timetable, but we cannot follow it for a longer time.
Because
1 day,
I-
2 day, 3 days, that's all. Like,
because every day is not same, every day is different, so the same timetable for every day is not applicable. I think we should prepare for day before one day, like last night you prepare that what should I do for tomorrow, and you will follow that timetable. And the same timetable for a month, I think it is not very a good idea. If you prepare your day before one night, so it is very easy to follow that.
planning your day, it is a very small task. Still we are not doing this. So if small efforts, as he said about the baby step, if we cannot take this baby step to plan our day, because if you do not plan your activity, your time is organizingly destroyed and goes waste.
I think there is no pressure, because we know that we make the timetable by ourselves, and there is no one to remind us that you should do this thing. We think that yeah, we will do it after some time, and the things are delayed. So I think because the pressure is also the one of the reason to not follow the timetable.
Your mother sometimes forgets to make you prepare for exam, but you remember this. So it is your individual problem. So you should take a step on this. Nobody will be able to do anything.
Yes, we already know that if you are thinking about that you will make this kind of timetable and you will follow for a month, it doesn't happen, because we know that also if there any festival there, so how can you follow your main timetable those you made for a month, for all month? So it's never happened that if you are thinking about to make a timetable and you will think and you will follow for a month or a year, it doesn't happen, because each and every day is different from every day. So you have to make your timetable every night. It's took 5 minutes, 2 minutes. I know it's not a difficult and different thing, but many people thinking about that. Why should I do? Because they become lazy because of this kind of application. Also, our research found that if you are using this kinds of applications, gadgets, your brain always working on these and always thinking about that what is going on these application and what is going on these gadgets. So it's happened because you are you can't overcome from this.
I think we should control these applications and these gadgets, not these gadgets control ourselves, because nowadays we see that we don't realize how many time we waste on the social media and other gadgets. So we should fix that time when we get spare time. That time we use that applications and these gadgets, not that time when we have work to do, but we left the work and using that application because that notification come and you are just checking on that what message is coming. So and that time when you are working, when you are busy, you are doing your work. So that time you should of the notification, and every day you should log out these accounts, and when you get time you should log in and check what is going on the social media and other applications. So I think these steps should be taken to avoid the addiction of the social media.
Do you believe excess of information, this is the real cause behind we are confused, we are in a stress? Because we have so much data to consume through internet.
Yes.
So sometime being alone, being with ourselves and doing nothing and not having so many thoughts, right? It is okay. But we cannot be full of rest because we have information always available in our surrounding, but you save yourself from this surrounding, you just incline towards your mobile phones where lots of information that is available to you and you consume it. So it unnecessarily increases your stress because sometimes negatively influencing thing the informations are lots of information, excess of information that has taken your peace of mind. Do you think?
Yes, I think lots of information is harmful to you because you can get unnecessarily things that is they don't have a effect actually, but that they are posted some wrong things and you just read it and you think about that it is right or it is wrong. So I think it creates unnecessary stress in your mind, and you can get wrong things. You can see violences and conferences which show wrong things. So I think lots of knowledge is not good.
Nowadays, people think that mobile phone is a need, but it is an option because many years back, when the when the smartphones, tablets, they are not there, so people live their life. But nowadays, people think that if we don't have that smartphone, so we can't we can't live our life very much peace because we know that mobile phone make the life simple because we don't do the hard work nowadays that much that we do in past years back. But I think we should change our mindset that mobile phone is a need. I think it is an option and we should make our mindset that it is an option, not a need.
Before COVID pandemic, it is an option, but after that, I think it becomes a need because everything becomes online, and for many things you have to depend it on on phones. So after pandemic, it has become necessary to use phone for education, for paying bills, for ordering online things, and so many things that becomes online. Your jobs become online. So I think it's depend on the people how they use the, because everything have two aspects, which is positive and negative, everything. So if you say that phones only have negative aspects, so it is not a correct thing. Phone also have good things and positive impact on your life. So it's depend on you how you use that. We should maintain. We should set our limits to use that and not dependent on that. Take it in a positive way, so it will help you.
Okay, what is the impact of technical appliances like mobile phone, tablet, PC, and laptops, and many more on our sleeps? Do you think if a person who works throughout a day and working tougher, 12 hours, 15 hours in metro cities, even more? So if you do not sleep, if you do not sleep well, so your body that fails to repair. So what are those harm if our sleep gets disturbed? What are the harms?
There are many harms. We can see that nowadays you can see because of using a lot of mobile, because of using a lot of these gadgets, now generation is always thinking about to do use of these gadgets. They get up early, they sleep late, and we see that nowadays mostly children are asleep at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. They think about that this is normal, and they are getting up at 9 o'clock. This is very late, but now in our body we can see that our body not repair properly, it's also harm our skin, hair fall, and there are many diseases. Just like you can see that if you're not sleep properly, you also suffer from dark circle, and you always get irritated from each and every thought. So if someone is talking with you, you always get irritated, and you thinking about that why, you always thinking about that what is happening, you always focusing on these kinds of application. And if someone is talking to you, you got irritated, sleepy, but still you have low energy.
And many people are to keep the mobile phone keep the mobile phone in pillow. Pillow. If you have sleep, so there are to coming many notification, and they are disturbed you. They your sleep break up, and you are feeling lazy, and there are also many harmful. They damage your body. They damage your body, and many people are using mobile phone. In a whole day, and if you have a need mobile phone, so you have operate, but many people are operating mobile phone just little things.
61% people suffer from health diseases, just like they are gaining fat a lot because using a mobile phone.
We have discussed a lot about the problems. Let's talk about the solution of this. Do you think it is a practical solution to be detoxifying from the gadgets we have? Not even the mobile phone, televisions also, because many people are couch potatoes sitting at one place watching TV for hours and hours. So it is also destroying your lot of time, attention, your energy as well. Fine. So is it practical to detoxify ourselves from all the technical gadgets and to live our life simply once in a week, or alternatively it is not possible once in a week? Can we practice this? Gadgets are really a problem. Can we practice detoxifying from this all the distraction for a one day? It may be on Sunday, because we get the off on Sunday. On Sunday, we operate our phones, we operate our gadgets more in numbers, more in hours.
It can be practiced.
It can be practiced, it should be practiced, but it is practical. It is practical. Are we ready to do this, and can we do this? It's difficult. We cannot completely remove the mobile phone from our lives. When you sleep in the night, you have mobile phone with you. When you wake up in the morning, you have mobile phone with you, checking the notification. But I'm just asking, is it possible to detoxify, right, from all the gadgets and being alone for a day? Like, can you lock yourself in the room, not like food and all the required things which you can consume it, but not the gadgets? Is it possible? Can't we read book for a day? Can't we have, see, we keep fast. We don't, many foodies, right, they are very much fond of taking dishes, right, preparing this, their whole energy, their whole time and day goes and thinking about the food. If they can keep fast for a day, cannot be practice this fast for avoiding the gadgets for a day? It is possible, but it requires a huge amount of willpower in you. It is possible. So what are those activity we can replace these gadgets with? Reading is one in my mind. You can read the books, and information which you will get, that is 100 and 1000 times more powerful the information which you get by using mobile phone, because the knowledge which is functional knowledge.
I think leaving the mobile phone completely, it is not possible for everyone, for all. But for a one day, if we try to leave it, so I think we should do some things. We should make our day busy, because if we are alone and we don't have such types of things, so we should always craving to use this type of thing. But if we do some physical games, we should talk to our family for some time, we should do some small steps. So I think we should leave the phone for one day at least.
We can do cycling instead
Yeah.
of using gadgets. We can visit parks and gardens, and
Fine.
so that it will refresh your mind and body. And we can read newspaper instead of watching news on TVs. And we can play with our children, so that it will make our bond more strong, and you can spend some quality time with them, and you can do some interesting things with your family, so that your time will consume and you cannot crave for these gadgets.
Also, you don't need to leave mobile phone in a whole day. I mean Sunday. So because in mobile phone there are many connect your friends. So, if you are not available there, so they have to worry for you, because they think that he or she is not online for a long time. So I think.
But you can tell them that on Sunday I will not come online because I am on that.
We use the mobile phones daily, but on the weekend we play with our family, we talk with our family, we spend the time with our family. This will also the reason we do it, because we use the phones daily, but on weekend we have the holiday, and on the holiday we do the same thing we do from the whole week. So I think what is the use of that weekend? We do something new on that weekend.
We should listen stories from our grandparents.
Exactly, this is a very good way to pass the time, and you will learn something out of it. Fine, but the stories which they will tell you, which are available, but there are no emotions involved, which you can read the story. Sometimes relying upon spending money physically, keeping the money in a hard form, not making the digital payment, because you don't know how much you spend and how much is remaining. That's a problem. When you start counting and calculating, so you spend money more than your requirement. When you want to buy one thing, you end up buying 10 things. So relying on the physical aspects, keeping the money into the pocket, when the money goes out, when the money reduces from your pocket, then you actually got to know that how much to spend and how much to keep. Similarly, I would like to end up my discussion saying one thing, like if a mobile phone you give lot of attention to the displays, if you start giving a lot of attention to the people, so you will become master in that skill, and the relationship and the life, that is much relying on the people skill too. So technical things which are important, but these are the option for you, so you should use it. Otherwise, like if you misuse them, so it will impact negatively to you. And people skill that have not changed for many years and that are not going to be changed for upcoming years, these are the things that will always support in your career everywhere when you go, because you have people to talk, you have people to interact with, behave with. Not all the time, you're not living into the atmosphere where you have to talk to robots. No, people, they are very complex human being. You will get to know more about them when you interact with them. If you start interacting with them, so you actually reveal lot many things about the person, so you can judge a person and you can know about the human aspects. So when you detoxify yourself from the human aspect, you'll be like a robot, and the robots have one programming, and this may malfunction into your life. You are a human being, you have to understand the emotion, because the people are emotional creatures. So if you are master at this, so you can conquer the people and you can conquer the situation. Thank you very much.
And I concluded that digital detox is an opportunity to reduce stress and interaction with others. But for doing this, we need to take some steps. We replace our daily activities of using phones. We know that the using of phone is very much important in our life. We can't completely leave it. So I think we should replace it. Thank you.